The movie Rocky is the story of a dream of a lifetime. An unknown actor writes a script, insists on starring in that movie. Some producers risk $1 million on this unknown, and then overnight, the movie turns Hollywood and the entire industry upside down. Rocky is an excellent movie. We're going to show you a clip from the movie and then my interview with Sylvester Stallone, the young man who had a dream come true. Well, here he is, the great American success story that everybody dreams about in Hollywood. An unknown actor writes a script, producers do it, and it ends up being a movie that is being talked about as an Oscar winner, Best Picture of the Year. Sylvester Sly Stallone, otherwise known as Rocky. And spent all those creative years at the University of Miami.
I spent about 2.5 years at Miami where I became somewhat indoctrinated into plays, not so much film, but the actual movement and preparing myself for the necessary, what would you say, hardships, rejections, but that an actor usually faces.
How close is the... Well, first of all, is it a true story that you had this script that you wrote, that you took to these guys, they said, fine, we'll buy it for $100,000 or whatever. You said, no deal, either I star in it or it's no dice. That's true?
That's a true story. Yeah.
Why do you think, first of all, they took a chance on you?
Well, I felt that I think they had a sudden splurge of pioneer spirit. The script was pretty good. I think that it was a refreshing story, and they could get me for a good price, which is, I would work for this cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And they felt it was a timely movie, and it would keep the cost down. I don't think it was the kind of thing that if it had been $5 million working with a big star, it wouldn't have been as good, I don't think. The fact that it's rough, character Rocky's rough, it enhances the movie.
Now, how close is the final movie that we see to what you wrote originally?
My actual conception?
Yeah.
I'd say about 75%, 80%, which is very, very good.
Because I'm trying to separate the truth from fiction, and that is how much the director had to do with creating the final product.
A lot.
In terms of what you
did.
No.
John Allison did a brilliant job. I can't do anything. I was almost a neophyte actor. I hadn't had that much experience. So what he did, he set the tone of the film, the pacing and the grittiness, and that came from years of experience.
How many people do you think there are watching us right now who are like you, who are talented but unknown and need that one chance?
Thousands. When I think of all the people, say just in the Hollywood area, about 65,000 actors, and maybe there's 200 acting jobs, you can imagine what a talent acting whirlpool there that is just going to go around in this idle vortex. Yeah. I think what this film might do is open up some floodgates of opportunity, because I think there's a lot of people out there that can do just as much, just as well, if not better, if presented with the opportunity. They just need the right vehicle.
Why you? Why do you think it happened to you? Do you look at any larger picture of life, that there was some reason that this would happen to you, or is it just blind luck?
It's a sense. It's timing. Yeah, there's timing. I think right now the film industry is kind of like in a very negative bag, and they didn't know which way to go. No one knows which way to go. Everyone would say, hey, should we do more violence? Should we do another car chase? Should we do another sex film? Should we do a love film? Should we do a monster historical picture? Then along comes Rocky, and they say, hey, that one works, and it didn't cost any money. How?
Well, it amazes me to think that you, I'm going to use the word unknown again, but basically an untried movie maker, certainly, spends $1 million, creates a movie that's the rage of this country now. And when I've come to Hollywood and see movies that they spend $10, $15, $20 million on that die, what does that tell us about the industry?
It tells us that they're lacking three components in the film. A film has to have energy, heart, and humor. Without those components, the audience does not want to sit by and go out of their house at $3.50 to stand and see a bummer that they can see on the news in the evening. They want to see something that inspires them, that provokes them to do something that they wouldn't normally do, to heroes. Basically what it boils down to, there are no symbols. I know when I was growing up, you had Kirk Douglas and Burt Lancaster, and you looked up to them. Today, who do you have?
Well, does that say you now want to be a hero symbol in this country, to be looked up to and identified with as the great American success story?
Not so much as looked up with. I would like to be identified as a person who made it through working, through never kind of like giving up, and the proof is in the pudding that it can be done. So that's what I'd like to be known as.
Very quickly, we just have under a minute. Do you think your life's changed in that it's going to be hard for you now to find out who really likes you, who admires you, who really thinks you're what you really are, or are you just the new kid on the block, the big success story?
No, I have this nucleus of friends that I had before, which is very small, and I guess I'll continue driving my dented Volvo to keep some perspective on success.
Right. Well, we hope so anyway.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Guys, University of Miami, keep slugging it.
Hi, Ma. I know you're down there somewhere. Write, would you?